is Amber Mellon, and welcome to the Moon and Star Therapy channel. Okay, if you are new here, I hope you love it here. Subscribe if you like high vibes and good energy. Okay, if you consider yourself to be out the box, if you consider yourself to be a spiritual unicorn, fairy, mermaid in these streets. Okay, if you consider yourself to be an alien superstar, okay, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and yes, become a part of the Moon and Star family. And I hope you love it here. For those of you who are not new here, hello my loves, happy 2023. Yay! Yes, happy 2023. It's such a blessing to be alive and be healthy. I hope you all are thankful that you made it to 2023, and that you're alive to to grow and to do better and live life the way you want to live it. Okay, live a life that is free, where you can live out loud, uninhibited of other people's opinions of you and what other people desire you to do. But I hope that you are encouraged to live from within your soul, okay? Living from the inside out, all right? So today is going to be my personal recap of 2022, the things that I've learned, okay? I'm really excited about 2023 and where I'm going personally and where I want to take my channel, and I will talk about that in another video. Yeah, and I'm excited to tell you, ladies and guys, what I learned in 2022. Okay, so 2022 was a very, very hard year for me. Okay, your girl's getting a divorce. Okay, I will talk about that in another video. You will have to be subscribed to the channel in order to watch it. Okay, that's something new that I'm going to be adding to the channel, is membership. So if you want to see that video, you will have to become a member and make sure you are subscribed, because I do want to share my truth and speak to my truth, but only to people who truly support me. Okay, so if you're not subscribed to the channel and you're not a member, you won't be able to watch it. But I will create a separate video for that. But yeah, your girl's getting a divorce. And when you get a divorce, it's not easy. Even if you know it's the right thing to do, even though you need to walk away and it's for your highest good, doesn't take away that it's painful. Okay, it's a lot of things you have to address and work out, with getting a divorce and, leaving someone that you pledged forever with. Okay. Also, another thing that, God was working with me and my spirit team was working me was, that self-love. Okay. Because self-love, not really a deeper level of self-love. Of course, I'm going to, there's a standard that I have for myself and how I desire other people to treat me. But, God showed me that, Amber, you really don't have that self-love together like you think you do. Okay. And so they put me on a timeout. Last year I was put on a timeout and really examining, what is blocking me, what is holding me up from going where I need to go, what are some challenges and things that I need to overcome. And I made a video as far as with Asar's father. We've always had the friendship part down, okay? And so moving forward, that's what I'm focusing on, because we do share a daughter together. So, what my goal is for 2023 is to really, hopefully we can keep that friendship part like we've always had, and to be the best that we can be for Asara. Okay, and so that's the goal. But that was challenging, and with asking, getting a divorce, that's not something you wake up and do. It's a long time coming. It's a number of things that pile up over such amount of time, and then it's like, okay, I think I need to go. This is not serving me anymore. So even though I knew it was the right decision for me, I still had to do that inner work. I still had to do that shadow work and really look at, okay, how did I get here? I really had to be honest about why did I let it go on for so long? Okay, you know, because Asar, me and my daughter's father, we were married for almost 11 years. Okay, and so you really look at, okay, 11-year span time, you know, what was it that kept me in this cycle, that kept me in this situation? What was it in me? And really, God was showing me it was a lack of self-love and self-worth, you know, and confidence. And that's what they had me working on this year, is self-love, you know, confidence, and, you know, self-worth. And a lot of times you think that you have a certain level of self-love within yourself. You think that you have a certain amount of self-worth and value within yourself. You think that you have a certain amount of confidence in yourself. But a lot of times, if you're in a relationship and it's not going good, it's stressing you out, it's, you know, bringing you anxiety, it's no peace, you know, that relationship is a reflection of what's going on you internally. Because if you're in something, in a relationship with someone, and you're both supposed to love each other, and it's, you know, if you're in a situation where you're overgiving, or, you know, both of you are trying to love each other, but not in the way that you need. And that was the biggest thing. You know, it's not the fact that Asar's father didn't love me. It was the fact that it wasn't a love that I needed at this age, you know? And so I had to address that, when I was 25 and I got married, you know, what I accepted, what I was willing to accept, what I was willing to let go on, is different for me now at 35. You know, at 25, you're young. You're still figuring things out. You don't know everything about yourself, okay? And that's the vulnerability of getting married young. That's the potential. And not that if you get married young, it's not going to work. No, you just have to grow together. If you're in a relationship with someone and you get married young, you have to grow together. You have to continue to evolve, and every day making sure you're learning your partner. And that's what any relationship, whether you're married or not, if you want it to work and you want it to stay together, every day you have to make sure that you're learning your partner. And when your partner chooses to grow and evolve, you have to grow and evolve with them, okay? And so again, I don't want to get too deep off in that. We'll save that for another video. But yeah, it was the self-love and the self-worth for me, that a level of it that I didn't have. And really, saying like, hey, Amber, this was going on in your life because you didn't, prioritize yourself. You didn't set a standard, you didn't, it was a lot of things, and so that was hard. Again, I'm a person, get over it like a G. And even though I knew it was the right decision, it was still painful. And, it was something I kept private to myself. I didn't share with a lot of people, because I really, when I wanted to talk, when the time came and I wanted to talk about it and share my truth, I really didn't want to be all crying, and I really just kind of wanted to do that shadow work, do that inner healing, do all those difficult things that, a lot of us sometimes don't want to do because it's too painful. I did all that last year. Last year I was dealing with anxiety on a level I've never dealt with anxiety before in my life. I was having a lot of panic attacks, and I realized the panic attacks and anxiety was coming from, the stress of the unknown. And so now I know that now, but at the time when it was happening, I was like, what is going on? What is happening? Why do I feel this way? Why am I having all these anxieties? Why am I having all these panic attacks? And it was just because I had a lot going on. I was in school full time, taking care of a 1.5-year-old at the time, processing, going through a divorce, and, leaving a 10, almost 11-year marriage, and looking at the things that happened over that span time. And, it was a lot for me. And so, I suffered a lot of panic attacks. It was at one point where, you know, I was having trouble breathing, like sweating. And it's so crazy. I was taking a health class and a psychology class. And while I'm going through all of this, you know, I'm learning about, you know, people who suffer from anxiety and people have panic attacks. It was weird, but it helped me, you know, process things. Yeah, it helped me process things and understand what was happening. It allowed me to do a little bit of research to figure out how can I control my anxiety. The number one thing was sleep. I wasn't getting enough sleep because of worry and just overthinking. So that was contributing to my anxiety and panic attacks. Also caffeine too, because I'm a coffee drinker, so you mix worry, stress, you know, of the unknown, and sleep deprivation, exhaustion, you know, being a mother, which is full-time. Yeah, your girl was going through it, okay? Another thing that I incurred in 2022 is spiritual warfare. You know, ever since I started doing introduced tarot on my channel, which was it, you know, to be honest, you guys, you know, I didn't want to do tarot on my channel. I didn't want to do it. But, you know, when I would do my spiritual work in private and, you know, doing that inner work and spending time with God and everything, they just kept chastising me about, like, you know, this is your calling, like, this is what you're supposed to do, you know, this is what you're gonna do, is what they told me. And it's like, I don't want to do that, you know, because I come from, you know, I was raised Christian, you know, I was raised in the Christian church, and, you know, both of my parents are Christian, you know, my mom, my stepmom, my dad, they're all Christians, and, you know, I was raised a certain way, and then just over time, I've just, within the ever since 2018, you know, God just intercepted all of my thinking and the way I was raised and led me on this new spiritual path. That's the what do they call it, the unbeaten path. I forget what they call it in Jamaica, the offbeat path. Well, anyways, child, was on everybody's over here and I'm way over here in rainbow and unicorn and ancestor land, you know. And yeah, ever since when they told me, I mean, even before they told me I was going to do tarot, they told me that I was going to be talking about things and speaking my truth and sharing ideas that not necessarily people will agree with. You know, there'll be some people that will agree with some things that I talk about and do, but then they won't really agree with other things that I talk about and do. And they told me that before I introduced tarot on my channel. And, you know, I've been into tarot since 2018. And it was something that I just did for me, for my own personal spiritual growth. So when they was like, yeah, this tarot thing, yeah, you're gonna be doing it for other people, you're gonna be helping other people. And I'm just like, I don't want to do that, God, Jesus, I don't want to do that. I don't want people thinking I'm like evil and demonic and stuff. But when God asks you to do something, and it's like, who are you gonna live your life for? Are you gonna live your life for mother lovers who don't even care about you and could care less about you and your life? Or are you gonna live your life, you know, for God? And you know, of course I care about what, you know, what my family thinks, and, you know, those are really the only people, like my family and those who are really in my inner circle. But, you know, my parents were very supportive of what I do. They were just like, yeah, you know, you're on something different. And they were just like, yeah, it's fine, you know, we don't do that over here, but, you know, we still respect it, we respect you. And I didn't really hear too much from them. You know, they were very supportive. Of course, me and my sister are on the same vibe, so of course she was supportive. She's kind of the one that kind of started. It's like when she started introducing me to some different concepts, it was like God was like, whoop, gotcha. It was like, you know, my ancestors, and God was like, oh, gotcha, you know. So I really haven't talked about what in particular, but yeah, when they told me to start doing tarot on this channel, I'm just like, I do not want to do this, because I do not want people thinking I'm a bruja, I'm evil and stuff. But, you know, when you keep getting chastised by God in private, and you know, telling you like, this is what you're gonna do, this is what you need to do to help people because people need this, it's like, okay, well then you got to do it. So I did it, and yeah, all I can say is, a lot of people kind of left me alone. A lot of people kind of left me alone. There were a few people who had something to say about it, and some people was with it and supportive, and some people that kind of know me, not they don't really know me, but they know of me for a long time, and know like my channel and what I talk about. It was just kind of like, I don't know about that. So I felt like, I kind of lost, some followers, some supporters, but, that's another thing that I learned in 2022 is God and my spirit team have really been trying to help me to be authentic. I feel like I am authentic. I'm not fake. And they weren't saying I'm fake, but they're just saying like, Amber, there's a level of authenticity that we need you to get to because of your calling in life. So it's like, continuing to shed that old skin so you can truly show who you really are. And the quicker you show who you truly are, even if you're weird, even if you're out of the box, even if people don't get it, you can lose. The people who are not with it, they can fall off. Let them fall off. Let them be. And the people who resonate with you, give it time. Be patient. You are going to find those people. You are going to find your tribe, okay? Continue to put out those good vibes. Continue to be your weird ass authentic self, okay? And, they didn't say weird ass. I'm saying that. But continue to be your weird ass self, and you're going to attract the weird ass people who resonate with you. And I'm not calling my people weird. I'm just saying that's how the world perceives us as, weird and different. And, she talk about crystals and sage, and she's into tarot cards. And, they were just saying, hey, Amber, it's okay. We already told you that some people were not going to like what you talk about. We already told you that some people were going to think that you're a witch or you're demonic. And actually, witches are not evil, by the way. The witches are people who, and I hate that name. I really do. I hate that because it carries such a negative thing, and I hated it. I'm gonna be 100 with y'all. Me and my sister, we went to go see this psychic. Okay, it was the first psychic I ever talked to in my life, because at the time when I went, I didn't believe in that kind of stuff. I thought it was evil. That's how I was raised. So when I went, it was like I was open-minded to it, but a part of me was not, and I just was not with it at the time. And this was a couple of years ago. This was like a while back ago. And basically, to make the long story short, the lady confirmed to me that I'm supposed to heal people. I'm here and I'm meant to heal people, and that I was holding on to a lot of ideals and beliefs that are old, and I need to let go in order to let the new in. And she confirmed to me that you are what we are considered a witch. I know she was like, I know you don't like that word. It carries a negative meaning, but that's what you are. And you are here to help heal people. And I was offended. I ain't gonna lie. I was offended. It was like, how dare you call me that? Okay. And she told me some other things, but that was the one thing that I never forgot, that always stands out to me. And I'm just like, who does this lady think she is? But she was the real deal, because she told me some things about myself. When you talk to a psychic or a tarot reader, they're only supposed to confirm things about you. And when I went to her, I had, I had my foot in the pool, of spirituality and learning myself and who I really am. And I had a sense that, I was gonna come into something about myself of who I truly are, that the religious part of me was gonna have a hard time to accept, okay? And here I am today doing tarot, people thinking I'm a witch, I'm a bruja, that I'm doing all this crazy stuff. And no. I am here to love. That's another thing God and my spirit guides were telling me. Is like, Amber, you are a being of love. You are a light worker. You are here to teach love and to show people how to love, which is not funny, because God knows that haven't been lucky in love. Not in the realms of like really. I just haven't been lucky with love. Okay, I haven't received it in a way that I've always wanted to yet since I've been living, you know. And it's so funny that something that I haven't really experienced is something that they want me to teach. But that's how God works, okay? Because God has been that interception of all the things that I've had to deal with and go through and things that I didn't receive. He has really helped me to feel that from him and to know that at the end of the day, Amber, no matter who's with you or not with you, I will always be here with you. You are never alone. So that unconditional love that I haven't received yet, okay, I have gotten it from him. I have gotten it from certain situations. I have found it in certain glimpses and certain moments and certain seconds and certain people who have come into my life and certain people who support me or show me love or show me words of encouragement or support the work that I do. I have been receiving these energetic waves of love in different moments, different months, different times, you know, so that I can experience that. And of course I have experienced it from God himself. So that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help show people and teach people true love, self-love, what love is, okay? And that's why I've had a hard time in life and had a lot of lessons that I had to learn because I didn't have that, okay? And I'm being transparent with you guys, but you know, now I really don't care if people think, you know, I'm a witch, a bruja, you know, she's demonic, she's evil. You know, I don't care because I can't live my life for other people. And I'm not going to be trying to pray and talk to God and my ancestors and do my spiritual work and get guidance. And they keep telling me, you know, Amber, you're not being yourself. You know, you're scared to show who you truly are. You're scared to show your gifts. You're scared to show that this beautiful creature that we know who you truly are. You're scared. You're not taking out, you're wearing a mask. But, you know, I got tired of that. So it's like, okay, I get it. I'm going to be who I am. So 2022 is really about being comfortable and getting cozy with who I truly am and, you know, being free. You know, that's another thing that they want me to teach people is to be free. You cannot be free if you are tied to the opinions of others. And at each new level you go, you're going to have to relearn that again, because each new level you go, God is going to command you to do something different. He might command you to do something out of the box. He might command you to be the trendsetter. He might command you to start something that nobody ever started. And that each new level you reach, it requires you to like relearn that all again. So even though I'm a type of person that I don't care what people think, you know, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. You know, this new level that I'm going to and this stuff they want me to teach and, you know, being my authentic self and talking about certain subjects is like, what? You want me to talk about this? Like, no, I'm learning about this for me in private. You want me to share this to the public? And it's like, yeah, it's like, so that it's a new level of being authentic and not being afraid to show the world, you know, who I truly am. So yeah, big on the self-love, heavy on the self-love, you know, filling my cup, doing things that make me happy, you know, knowing my worth, you know, getting cozy with being out of the box and being different and learning what I need and what I desire from relationships and what I don't want from relationships. So yeah, so, you know, ending, you know, a long relationship that I had with my daughter's father, you know, getting used to, oh, and I just stopped the spiritual warfare. Channel introduced me to a different level of spiritual attacks and warfare, but it also helped me learn how to protect myself, how to acknowledge, you know, what's going on, how to know when that is happening, and to not give it any energy, not be scared of it, because no weapon formed against me shall prosper, but to just know how to just make sure I keep my energy clean and how to protect my energy from other people who have ill intentions for me. Yeah, so I have a lot of exciting things that I'm excited to do in 2023. Man, this video was hella long. I'm super excited about my creative endeavors, which I will share in another video because this video was long. But I hope this video has helped you, some things that I've shared, and Just trying to be a little bit transparent in hopes that it can help someone. But yeah, 2022 is very, very hard, very challenging. Another thing too is that I learned in 2022 is, you know, when we're going through a difficult time, a trial, a hard situation, you know, even though we know how good God is and we know that God's going to see us through, it's still easy to get your mind stuck in a web of self-sabotage, okay? And so a lot of 2022 was undoing you know, negative thoughts in my mind about my situation, because it, you know, when challenges arise up, when difficult things would pop up, it was undoing, you know, it was, you know, if you're going to walk by faith and not by sight, you cannot tell your mind what you're seeing. You have to tell your mind what you know in your heart God told you to do. So yeah, I was seeing chaos around me, but I had to, in my mind, I had to, Amber, even though there's chaos around you and things are difficult and things are challenging, and you know you're going through something, no, you have to know in your heart what God told you to do. You know, God told you, He showed this to you. It's up to you to make the change. You were obedient and you made the change. You have to know that you're going to come out of this. Eventually the storm will pass and the sun will come out, okay? And so it was a lot of rewiring, you know, the way I was thinking about myself, you know, rewiring how I feel about myself, which was challenging because, you know, sometimes you can, you know, get out of that stuck energy and your energy is high and you're vibrating, and then something else happens, and it's that muscle of continuing to think positive, continue to be hopeful, continuing to acting on faith, and continuing moving on, not by what you see, but what you know. So that was another thing that God was working with me on. Another thing too that God was working me on is, you know, if I'm going to manifest something, allowing my vibration and my energy needs to match what I'm trying to manifest. And if you're going through a trial, a hard time, a hard cycle, a lot of times your energy is not going to be where it needs to be to manifest. And when you go through times like that, it's a period of shadow work, of time to detach, to reflect, and to really acknowledge what's going on your life and address how it makes you feel. Another thing that I learned is to feel as I heal, okay? So the beginning of 2022, I was basically trying to block how I feel, trying to be positive, trying to not cry, trying to not let things get me down, because I did so much crying, okay? And I was like, no, I'm not crying over another thing. But you know, crying is a way of the body releasing pain. It's a physical way of the body trying to heal itself from emotional wounds, emotional traumas, you know, challenges and things that we go through. So me not allowing myself to cry was slowing up my healing, okay? So 2022, child, I'm trying to tell you, was rough. It's like a lot of crying, a lot of shadow work, a lot of journaling, a lot of praying, a lot of meditating, a lot of sitting with my thoughts, a lot of, you know, I'm not okay, a lot of I feel depressed, I feel sad, I'm not okay, even though I'm this triumphant person who is positive and believes that no matter what you're going through, you're going to overcome it, and all of that is true. I still had to be real about how I felt. I still had to be real with my emotions, and I was not being real with my emotions. I was just trying to hurdle over it. And God was like, no, 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 no. Sit down, sit down. You know, if you're sad, say you're sad. If you're having a hard time, say you're having a hard time. If you're depressed, say you're depressed. If you're mad, say you're mad. If you don't feel like talking to nobody and you want to be alone, say that, okay? So it was a lot of that. It was a lot of that, and it wasn't until towards maybe like, you know, the fall that really mentally I started to be in a peaceful place. Okay, so it did take a while. You know, shadow work is not fun, but it is that shadow work that helps you to break those generational curses off your life. It is that shadow work that helps you acknowledge and confront those inner demons and to slay them once and for all. And when you do that, now you can take the lessons in this new phase that you're going on, and now you're being elevated to a new cycle. And now you're able to share everything that you learn to help someone. And normally when you are sharing and being creative and putting your work out there, that's where your blessings come from. That's where the abundance comes from, okay? So heavy, heavy, heavy on you know, my thoughts and aligning my thoughts with what I'm trying to manifest, aligning my heart, my energy, and my vibrations, matching it to what I want to manifest, okay? Being honest about how I feel, okay? As I heal, okay? It is okay to be honest with how you feel. Healing is painful. Healing is painful, okay? It's nothing pretty about it, okay? But you can do it. Yeah. And then just being comfortable with this new phase that I am, the spiritual work, the calling on my life, just being comfortable with being my true, authentic self and, you know, showing myself to the world who I truly am and not being so worried about what other people think. So yeah, those are the lessons that I learned, and I will have another video about, you know, what I'm looking forward to for 2023, the changes that I'm going to make, the things I'm going to be doing towards the channel. I do have some intuitive messages for you guys. I've been getting a lot of downloads of the energy for 2023. And also I'll be making another video about, you know, my, you know, going through a divorce, okay? Which will only be for subscribers only, okay? I love you guys. If this video has helped you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, okay? Please this year, guys, if you're watching my channel, if you're subscribed, please like the video, okay? That really will help my channel to grow. Why? Because not just you will see it, but it'll help others to see it. When you like my video, the more likes I get, the more the video is shown to other people, okay? So if the video didn't help you, okay, if it didn't resonate with you but you still watch, make sure you make sure you hit that thumbs up button. I love you guys. I will see you in the next video, and yeah, happy 2023, and I'll see you soon. Bye.